Alright, I figured I would put together a quick little video tutorial on how to do ghost racing. This is going to be a really big and easy way to practice when it comes to getting ready for a race. If you want to try to practice being around other drivers without actually having the race be affected by you if you make any mistakes or anything like that. And this is a super easy way to do it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to head over on the new, if you're using the new UI. You want to go over to the sidebar here where it has Go Racing, and you want to go on the item that says Series List. Right now, as you see, it's 11:36, and I know the SimLab Production Car Challenge that runs at 30 of every hour. So you want to go into one that's already starting. You can go ahead and select your car. We'll just say we're a Mazda because why not? And then you see all of these different splits right now. You could go in, you could register for a practice session if you wanted to, or you can go in and see, okay, this one already started, it's closed. But we can actually go in and jump in to a session. So you go in, click watch, and it's going to load up. It's going to say registering, waiting, and all that kind of stuff. And you go in and you join as if you would join literally any other race. And once it loads in, we'll be able to jump in. And as you can see, there are already people lined up in the race and all that kind of stuff. And you can actually join the race already in progress and be able to ghost through other cars and just see how the races have been. You can race alongside the other cars. They don't know you're there, and they just kind of drive right through you. A little trippy at first, and we'll see that in just a couple of moments. But it's a really good tool to kind of put yourself up against the other drivers as if you were racing in it, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll jump into the session and see how that one is going to go for us. Alright, so now that we are loaded up back in the session, this is the session that we're sitting here, we're watching. We don't exist. If you look over here on the entries, we do not exist at all. Right now it's a GR86 and MX5
No.
race. We're going to go in here and mute that because we don't care what anyone else is saying right now. And then you see this little button up here that says Test Drive. Go ahead and click that, and we are now just sitting in the car. Just sitting in the car now, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, you can't join on the on the grid or anything like that. But once everyone gets going, you'll actually be able to jump into the race and race alongside all the other cars, but as a ghost. And that'll help you kind of get a gauge on how the other cars are going to be running around you, racing lines, see what other cars are doing. And it'll kind of give you that practice where if you're, not quite ready to jump into an actual session with anyone, and you just want to, give yourself that opportunity to, to race with other cars, you can actually do that. As soon as everyone gets going on the grid, we'll be able to jump in as well. But as you can see, there are all of these other cars, and of course they have to do a full pace lap because, why not? But there's all these other cars here. We can even jump into the chase as well with them. But you'll see once everyone pulls away, like that, you can actually jump out and ghost race through all of them. And as you can see, I'm driving right through everyone, and it's not affecting me at all whatsoever. Which, if you think about it, is kind of wild to do. But you can sit here, you can practice your restarts, your initial starts, all that kind of stuff. So we'll be able to ride up here if we want to practice being on the pole, or whatever position we want to practice being in, we can right now. So that guy in the pink obviously doesn't know we're here. The Golf McLaren view in the rearview mirror has no idea we're here. And this doesn't affect our safety rating, our I rating, any of that kind of stuff either. But this is going to be a huge deal for you to practice and get a little better idea of how to practice with these cars and with these races. And just kind of see how everyone else is taking it. Obviously, the cars behind me didn't have that great of a start. But we could just ride in here and drive through everyone and seeing everyone wrecking and all that kind of stuff. As everyone dies there, like, we can just drive straight through it. And we can kind of gauge ourselves with, alright, when is this guy going to brake? Can I drive in deeper than he does? Okay, there is no braking on this corner. Alright, I could try that. And we see, okay, doing that. Yep, we can probably make that corner.
Clear.
I can drive off. I don't get an X. You know, I could do whatever I need through here.
Clear on the left.
Everyone drives through me. And none of this, you know, none of this is affected by it. So it's a really good option for you to practice and check everything out. If you want to jump out of the car and you want to jump back in, you're back here on pit road. You can jump back and get right back into racing. If you wreck, if you do whatever you need. So hopefully this was a good tutorial for you on just what other practice options there are aside from jumping into a practice session or jumping into a test drive by yourself. You can do all of these options all, you know, while being away from the race, but also being a part of the race. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'm usually pretty good with getting back to comments and all that kind of stuff. So thank you all for watching, and have a good one.